So here we go, another fixtures video. Ipswich Town have found out their League One 2022-23 schedule. I'm joined by good old Ben DF, and we're going to go through the whole damn schedule from July/August to May, the final game of the season. We all know we've got Bolton at home that start the campaign, and we finish the campaign with Fleetwood away. Ben, before we get into all the months, how are you feeling? It's fixture release day.
Oh, ever so excited, Ross. It suddenly comes home that the fixtures or the season is going to be upon us very soon. I think all football fans around the country have their certain dates that they look out for. Obviously, everyone wants to see who you got first game over Christmas, last game of the season. So, yeah, very much excited. So much so I've even grown a little moustache for the occasion. So, yeah, really looking forward to getting into this, dissecting some of the fixtures and talk about our hopes and dreams and see where they'll be, where they'll come to life, hopefully, or be shattered like they have been the last 3 or 4 or 10 years.
Yeah, it's the 4th season in League One. Kieran McKenna's full season in charge. Kieran McKenna and co, Sam Morsey, Christian Wall, and all the players getting ready for this season. Let's start off then, Ben, with July/August. There they are on the screen. We've got Bolton, as I said, at home to start the campaign. Then we've got Forest Green Rovers away. Our first ever trip to Forest Green Rovers. That will be interesting. Then we've got MK Dons at home. Burton Albion away, which is a Tuesday night. Then we've got Shrewsbury Town away. And then we end August with a home game against Barnsley, of course, relegated from the Championship. Ben, what's your thoughts on those opening fixtures?
Yeah, but tough start. I think, as we know by now, there's no easy games in League One. That whole, normal footballing adage that we've heard so much about. No easy games. But yeah, Bolton at home. I think most people are seeing Bolton as a promotion rival this season. I wouldn't be surprised at all if they finished in the top 6. So them and then MK Dons following as the next home game. That's definitely a tough start. And Forest Green, I know they've lost their manager over the summer, but that's still not going to be easy. They're going to have their tails up after getting promoted last season. So 3 tough games to start with. Exciting to go to Forest Green. Hopefully be able to get to that one. I'm sure many Town fans will be thinking, despite the long journey, be a new ground to go to and taste their vegan pies. Darren, of course, our friend from the KOA Army, will be looking to have 2 of those if he can get there. But yeah, and then we move on. Burton, Tuesday night. Tricky game. It's a game Ipswich should probably look at. We're Ipswich Town. We should be bagging 3 points off, and the same with Shrewsbury, but you just don't know. And then Barnsley at home to round it off. Look forward to a trip to Yorkshire. Always a good fixture, Barnsley, old-fashioned football club. Really depends how they start, I think, what we can look at going there. If they start poorly, then again, we'll be looking for 3 points. But tough start, but a bit of a mixed bag. Really hope that we can hit the ground running this year. Unlike last year, we know how important it is to start the season well. It's even more important this season. We're not beating around the bush by saying we're looking to try and get promoted as we have done the last 3 seasons. But we need to start well. Looking at these games, I think we can, but it will be tough, particularly with Bolton at home to start.
Yes, and let's get into September then. And that was the first time we won last season, was in September. Hopefully that won't be the case. Hopefully July, August, we'll get a win and a few wins, hopefully, on the board. So these are the September fixtures. Starting off with a long trip to Accrington. Of course, our bogey team, a team we can never win at Accrington. Then we've got Cambridge at home. Of course, Cambridge did the double up over us last season, of course, winning at Portman Road. Then we've got Bristol Rovers at home on a Tuesday night. Then Sheffield Wednesday away, another top team in this division. And then we end September with Plymouth away. Your thoughts on these fixtures, Ben?
Yeah, another mixed bag, sort of similar to the first month, really, and the first sort of batch of fixtures. We've got some traditionally tough teams in the division. Accrington, as you said, Ross, always hard place to go. I think the only time we won there is when you had Paul Cook bellowing instructions when he'd just taken over, but he wasn't in charge during the pandemic. Cambridge, of course, huge threat to us. You got the local derby kind of feels about that. Not that local, but it is kind of a derby in East Anglia. So they'll bring a great following. It will feel like a proper game that day again, which is exciting for me. Being from Cambridge, lots of friends who support the Amber Army, so always good to meet them and enjoy that weekend, no doubt. Bristol Rovers, again, good team that have come up. Joey Barton, a character on the touchline. I'm sure he'll get some abuse. So another home game that will be interesting there. And then you've got Sheffield Wednesday and Plymouth away. I think if most fans, if you offered them 3 points from the 2 away games there, they'd probably take it. They both had really good seasons last year. Sheffield Wednesday have strengthened again over the last few days. They've made some terrific signings. So that is going to be a really tough visit to Hillsborough, but an enjoyable one. One us fans really enjoy visiting Sheffield. And then Plymouth again. We'll see where they how they start off after a good season last season. But yeah, as I said, Ross, another mixed bag there. But you never know what you're going to get in this division. So just got to try and win every game.
Yes, I'm sure Kieran McKenna and co will be working very hard on that. Let's take a look at October then. We have Portsmouth at home to start the month. Then we've got Morecambe away. I enjoyed my trip to Morecambe last season, despite the result. It was a good weekend as a whole, walking away. Then we've got Lincoln City at home. Then Derby at home. We won't know what's going to be going on with Derby at that point, but we've got them at home. Then Port Vale away on a Tuesday night. But then Charlton away on a Saturday, which is great. I don't mind that. It's it's easier trip on a Tuesday night to go to Charlton, but London in the sun. Well, it's October. Hopefully, it's a nice day. But there's the fixtures, Ben, in October. What do you reckon?
Yeah, nice sort of bookends there with two traditionally big fixtures in the division that we've had over the last few years with Pompey and Charlton. I'm sure London away down a Saturday will please a lot of the town faithful. We have a huge following in London as well, so that does have all the hallmarks of being a really good day out. And Derby in the middle there, we don't really know what to expect from them. I mean, if they get under any sort of restrictions transfer wise still and have a points deduction, they could be in complete disarray, of course, still in October. So Morecambe, Lincoln, Derby, Port Vale looks at sort of a bit of a meet in between the bread of Pompey and Charlton could be where we pick up a few points. But yeah, no doubt. Again, I'm repeating myself, but they're all going to be tough games. But October doesn't look too unkind as we look at it on paper anyway.
Yeah, of course we know football's not played on paper, but you always got to use that cliche, haven't we? We always got to use it, my friend. November, we've only got 2 games, but I've also found out we do have the first and second round ties to the FA Cup. Hopefully we can have a cut run. Hopefully we can win an FA Cup game, please. No replays. No bloody replays. We've got Charlton at home, though, in the league, and we've also got Exeter away. It's a long trip down to Devon. What's your thoughts, Ben, on those 2 fixtures? And, of course, the FA Cup. I think we've got a Papa John's Trophy group game as well that month. And, of course, that's the start of the World Cup because we're still be playing. We're going to be like troopers. Premier League, Championships, they're closing down, but we're still going to be, I'm sure we're going to get picked for a telly games probably as well.
Yeah, Festival of Football starts in November, doesn't it, with the World Cup upon us. So town fans will get plenty of football coverage over November and December this season. Cheltenham and Exeter, you've got to be looking to get 6 points, really, aren't we, if we're going to be promotion contenders. But it is a misjointed month with all those cup games as well, FA Cup and the League Cup. So it's going to be interesting the way that McKenna juggles the squad and maybe have a look at some new faces in the League Cup. But I'd certainly like us to get a cup run in the FA Cup and obviously some new faces or young faces in the Papa John's Trophy. Good to have some local games there with Arsenal under 21s and Northampton and Cambridge as well. So it'd be good to look at maybe some youngsters there. But yeah, Cheltenham, Exeter, 6 points, please, Town, and move into December on a high.
Yes, December I feel like, is the crucial month. And also it's like the halfway point of the season, of course. So let's bring them up. Fleetwood at home to start December, then Peterborough at home. Then we've got Wickham away just before Christmas. And on Boxing Day, we're at home, ladies and gentlemen. We're at home. Oxford United at home. And we end 2022 with an away trip to Portsmouth. Ben, what's your thoughts on those fixtures? And are you happy that we're at home on Boxing Day?
Yeah, it's great to have a Boxing Day fixture at home. Just that Christmas feel. Everybody's delighted after getting all their presents and filling their bellies full of turkey or whatever you choose to have for your Christmas meal. It's strange talking about December as we sit here in 25 degrees in June. But yeah, it's an exciting time. The Christmas fixture lists of Christmas fixtures. Peterborough, obviously, at home, no matter what team they've got out, they're going to be a tough game. Wickham, Oxford, Pompey. So it's going to start sort of sorting the men from the boys in the division at this point. We'll be able to see there's bound to be some surprise packages. There's bound to be some traditional strong teams strong again. So at this point, we're going to know a lot more about where our team is at, where we are in the division, what we're looking to see in 2023. It's an exciting time for sure, but we're really going to be tested over December. So looking forward to it. I'm slightly nervous even thinking about it now, to be honest.
I've done a Ross. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm back. Doing it right. I need to stop unmuting my mic, but sometimes I like to just in case I'm rushing around and stuff like that. But Ben, I was saying, location-wise, it's perfect because we're at home at Fleetwood, home at Peterborough, Wickham away. It's not too far to travel around the Christmas period. That's perfect. Portsmouth, somewhat, but it's not too bad either. So we've got a nice December in terms of travelling. There's not far to go, and that's perfect time in December when people, are maybe a bit skint because they're ready to buy all the presents and stuff, and it's cold. So December, despite it being tough fixtures, I'm pleased in terms of our location. You've got to think about location sometimes. Let's go into 2023 then, Ben. January kicks off with a New Year's Day away trip to Lincoln. Then we're at home to Morecambe and Plymouth back to back. Then we've got Oxford away. And that's a quick turnaround plan at Oxford, playing them on Boxing Day and then playing them the last 2 weeks of Jan. And then we end with a home fixture against Accrington. What do you think of those January fixtures, my friend?
Yeah, I mean, with the Morecambe, Plymouth and Accrington games at home, it's great to have 3 home games in a month. I mean, travel-wise, again, it's not too bad, Ross. A bit like you're saying, December. I mean, Lincoln, just straight up the middle of the country. Fortunate for me, just north of Cambridge is an easy one to get to. So really looking forward to a New Year's Day trip there, personally. Morecambe and Plymouth at home. Again, looking at 6 points from those sort of fixtures. Oxford away. We had a great time there last year. Obviously, pipped right at the post of the last kick of the game, but we looked to go there and hopefully get another 3 points. Again, we talk about it with the fixtures and the teams, but we're looking like having a strong month in January. I hope that we can pick up quite a few points there and some really sort of, nice fixtures. The Accrington game, it's just one of those, they don't bring, and Morecambe won't bring a lot of a following in terms of away fans. It will be a different type of game than the Plymouth and Oxford games. You both teams, they get the ball on the floor and both good to watch. So it'll be an interesting month, but I'm looking at it positively just on paper there. But as we've already discussed, football is not played on paper.
Indeed. Let's get into February then, Ben. February starts off with an away trip to Cambridge, the Ben DF Derby. Of course, once again, that's going to be another great away end. I'm going to pack out that. Of course, it felt like we had more Ipswich fans and Cambridge fans when we went there last season, but that's going to be a really good game. Sheffield Wednesday at home, big game at Portman Road. Then we've got Bristol Rovers away on a Tuesday night, but then Bristol Rovers and Port Vale, they've got to come to Portman Road on a Tuesday night, so we can't moan too much. And it could be worse. It could be Morecambe away on a Tuesday night. Thankfully, it's only Bristol Rovers and Port Vale. Then we have Forest Green at home, and then we have MK Dons away. Of course, 7,000 Town fans went to Stadium MK last season. I have a feeling we may do the same, or maybe they'll go, maybe not. But what's your thoughts on the February fixtures?
Yeah, sort of a flip round from the beginning of the season, aren't we, in February? A lot of the games that we play in the first sort of 8 games or so are repeated here. So as I said, a bit of a mixed bag. Cambridge away is always going to be tough. They'll create an atmosphere down at the Abbey where they'll try and obviously make themselves hard to beat. I'm sure plenty of Ipswich fans will sell out the allocation, no doubt, and hopefully sneak a few in who will be well behaved in the home end. And then MK Dons, again, you're looking at a huge fixture for us in terms of taking that away following. Hopefully Milton Keynes will still be money grabbing so-and-sos and give us the amount of allocation that that we're looking for like last season. And I mean, God knows, if we're doing well by the end of February in terms of being in that top 6, we could sell more than 7,000, I'm sure. I'm sure they won't give us more than we had last year, but hopefully they'll give us the same and sell out that end and get right behind the team, because if we are doing well, I'm sure that this support has been incredible since we've been in League One, and it's going from strength to strength. And who knows what we can achieve together as a fan base if we're doing well by this time of the year.
And also Portman Road, I think there's 15,000, 16,000 seats that's been sold already. The new kit is looking beautiful. Can't wait to see that in action on Saturday against Needham Market. But yeah, we're talking about away following. It's fantastic, but home Portman Road is going to be rocking. 20,000, 25,000 every game possibly. You never know. The Bolton home game start of the season, that could be a sellout because everyone's so excited for the season. But enough of that. Let's get into March then, Ben. Now get into the opportunity where you're like, where are Town going to finish? Where are other teams doing? We start off with Burton Albion at home. Then we've got a trip to Bolton. Then we've got a home game against Shrewsbury. And then we've got the trip to Oakwell, Yorkshire against Barnsley. That's a good one for John Watson, of course. He's got a few in Yorkshire, actually. So he's nearby him. So he's got a few good ones. What do you reckon on the March fixtures, mate?
Yeah, so 2 tough away games stand out there, don't they? The Bolton and the Barnsley game. I mean, you don't know what Barnsley are going to do, having been relegated, but you'd back them to be a decent side, again, coming down to League One. Bolton, as I said, I touched on when we played the first game, I'll be amazed if they weren't a tough side to beat and in around that top 6. So 2 tough games there, but Burton and Shrewsbury we should be beating at home. We beat them at home last season, so we've got to try and beat them at home again. That should be your bread and butter in this division when you're looking to get promoted. So a mixed bag again, but what stands out to me there is those Bolton and Barnsley trips will be tough, but hopefully by March again we will be have the bit between our teeth and looking to finish in that top 6 and looking to finish the season strongly.
Hopefully, and let's get into the running then, Ben. We've got some big games in April/May. At this point, I was already going, yep, season was dead last season, but hopefully at this point, we could be riding high in the playoffs, top 2, whatever. We shall see. I won't go too carry. We haven't kicked the ball yet. But April starts with Derby away, and then we've got Wickham at home, Cheltenham away, Charlton at home, Port Vale at home, and then we've got the trip to Peterborough, and that's a big game. That's going to be another big away following for that one. Then our final home game of the season is against Exeter City, and then we end the campaign with Fleetwood away, and could be having a party up in Lancashire. A long way to go, but if we're doing well and we've got a chance to win something then that is going to be fantastic. But Ben, overall, what do you think of the final fixtures to end the season?
Yeah, it's actually a tough end to the season, isn't it? Looking at those games, we've already said we don't know where Derby are going to be at, but let's just say that Derby away, Pride Park is going to be a tough game. Of course it is, but at least it's a good opportunity to take a couple of thousand Town fans. Wickham at home again, their following isn't great, but you never know if we're doing well. And they're doing well. That could be a sellout. Charlton again, that could be a sellout at Portman Road if we're doing well. Port Vale, new to the division, if they're looking to survive or having a good season, they might send over 1,000 to 1,500. So again, you're looking at some sellouts there. I think Portman Road would be fantastic. Peterborough, yes, Ross, you said is going to be a tough game, but we'll sell out that away, and no doubt. And Fleetwood away, can we dream to go to Fleetwood away and still be in it, or maybe are promoted? Oh God, even saying it, fingers crossed. But yeah, wouldn't it be wonderful to have an away game at Fleetwood where we've got promotion either still possible or sewn up, and then we can all go out in Blackpool or have an almighty party back in Ipswich if we travel through the night. Who knows? But it's exciting, Ross. It's an amazing end to the season with some potentially huge games there. But as I said, when you look at the fixture list, you know what the division is like now. There are no easy games, and you can't call them. Who would be a betting man? The bookies definitely come out on top, I think, when we're looking at the odds for promotion, etc. in each game that comes ahead of us. But really looking forward to it. The standout games for me being locally to Cambridge and Peterborough. But I just can't wait to see everyone down at Portman Road, sellout crowds. I think the Sheffield Wednesday game will be huge at Portman Road. I think that will surely be a sellout. And just can't wait for the season to start now. Pre-season will be will hopefully fly by, and we can just get down to PR for the proper stuff.
Yes, my friend. Well said. I was going to ask you a few more questions about how you're excited for the season, and well, it sounds like you are, and I'm sure everyone else is. Let us know in the comments down below your thoughts on the fixtures as a whole. Which game you're looking forward to? Which away games you're looking forward to? Are you disappointed that Port Vale is on a Tuesday night? But I'm still going to go there because I've never been there before. But there we go, Ben. Thanks for joining me. Make sure to look out for more content on the channel, and we're back very soon. Bye-bye for now.